Hey all, welcome back to SLB Basement Bourbon Bar. My name is Kurt. In the world of Scotch whiskey, there's a huge disparity in price ranges. You can buy a $35 blended Scotch all the way up into the thousands upon thousands of collectible Scotch whiskeys. Whiskey is a huge interest, not even in the United States, but more importantly, worldwide. It's just phenomenal how many actual Scotch whiskey drinkers. You honestly think that the bourbon craze is a big, huge deal right now? Scotch whiskey is 10 times that. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to give you 5 of my best bang for the buck Scotch whiskeys that we have down here in the Basement Bourbon Bar. If you're new to the channel and you want to see some more spirit reviews and cocktail recipes, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Once you've done that, hit the notification bell, and that way you won't miss a single episode of the show, and that would be fantastic. My very first offering that I want to show you today, my best bang for the buck as far as Scotch whiskeys is concerned, is this Balvenie Sweet Toast of American Oak. This particular Balvenie offering has been aged in twice toasted American oak barrels, and it really delivers in a real luxurious mouthfeel. It's very viscous in my opinion. It's a little bit fruity, has some nice delicate vanilla notes, but for $60, somewhere in that general range, you just can't go wrong with this particular Balvenie offering. That's number 1 in my list of best bang for the buck Scotch whiskeys. Balvenie Toasted American Sweet. Sweet Toast of American Oak. That gets a little bit of a tongue twister. The next offering that I have for you is the Bunnahabhain 12-year. I can't speak more highly of this particular bottle. Bunnahabhain comes from the island of Islay. It is slightly peated. Bunnahabhain is a distillery on the island of Islay that has the least amount of peat than any other Scotch distilleries on the island of Islay. So this particular offering is very nutty, real fudgy, butterscotch type with just a hint of smoke, and you really have to search for that peat, but it is in there. It's very light, but this particular bottle also is very viscous, a luxurious mouthfeel. It's just an amazing buy for right around $50. I can't recommend this bottle more. It is just a beautiful, beautiful offering from Bunnahabhain for a very reasonable price, $50. Can't beat it. Very next bottle I want to show you is a Bruichladdich. We had this in a previous video too, but I just can't get over it. Bruichladdich, the classic laddie. It's a barley. It has really, really luxurious barley notes in this particular whiskey for $50. It's probably one of my. It is my go-to for an everyday drinker as far as Scotch whiskey is concerned. It's just a really, really nice bottle. Again, a lot of really luxurious barley notes to this particular whiskey. Next I have a release from Arran, the island of Arran. This is a port cask finish. This particular bottle, I'm going to just read a little bit of the label. Luxurious flavors of hazelnut, strawberry jam, mandarin oranges. Perfect balance of flavor between the port cask and the Arran malt. This is a single malt finished in port casks, and to be honest, I'm a huge fan of finished whiskeys, and this particular Arran release delivers on high levels for about $60. For a finished whiskey, you can't go wrong with this Arran, and I've heard, I don't have any other releases from Arran, but I've heard the same for their other finished cask series that they have in play too. Last but not least, I'd be remiss, I'd be a fool if I didn't add at least one Ardbeg. I have to do it. You know, I love a heavily peated whiskey. There's just something about sitting down to a couple ounces, served neat, drink it neat, of a heavily peated whiskey. This is a whiskey also from the island of Islay, Ardbeg 10 year. For 50 bucks, Ardbeg 10 year is just an extremely balanced peated whiskey. Of course, it's charred, it's heavily smoked, it's heavily peated. But to me, I kind of refer to it as a real rich chocolate cake. I can pour a couple ounces of it or so and just sip it for a little while and enjoy it immensely. But then that's enough. Just like a rich chocolate cake, one piece, and that's all I can have. And that's how I drink a heavily peated, really fine Scotch. And for 50 bucks for this Ardbeg 10 year, you can't beat it. It's an excellent buy. I hope this video helps you out today. I've given you 5 different Scotch whiskeys for 50 or 60 bucks, somewhere in that general region, that are well worth the purchase and well worth the money. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly, and we'll see you next time right down here with me in a good old basement bourbon bar. See ya.